Hello. Can you all hear me? Hi.
Yes.
Okay. Hello. How's your Saturday going? Okay. Can you see my screen? You can see my screen, no? What does it say? So it says HKMO mock review. So welcome to the HKMO mock review. This is for the kindergarten level. So if you're on the wrong room, you can just go back to the main room and find the correct level for you. But if you are kindergarten, then you are in the correct breakout room. All right. Let's just go over some house rules that I have here. First is I want everyone to turn on the cameras at all times. So can you do that? Let's just all turn our cameras on so that I can see your faces and your reactions, right? It's okay if you don't have a nice background as long as the camera is turned on. All right. Okay. I'll wait for you a little bit to turn on your cameras. All right, there you go. There are your beautiful faces. Wow, you're also handsome and pretty. All right. Number two, we have to mute our microphones unless I tell you so. So sometimes I will ask some students to solve or to show their solutions or read the questions. So sometimes I will ask for you to unmute. Don't worry, I'll call your name naman. So you don't need to turn on your microphone all the time. This is to avoid distracting other classmates in case we have noisy backgrounds, okay? Number three is do not write on the slides. So unless I also tell you to do so, because it will distract your classmates as well. And we want to be as focused as possible because the competition is near already. And then be friendly with everyone. No fighting in the comment section. We are all your friends, okay? So let's enjoy this session together. We have 5 types of questions. Do you know this already? For the HKMO. So we have the logical thinking. These types of questions are usually recognizing patterns, right? So we will learn how to recognize patterns. And then arithmetic, we will learn addition and subtraction and multiplication. And then number theory. Fourth is geometry. So geometry is the one that I like most. It's composed of shapes. All right, and then combinatorics. So there are 6 questions each types of questions, and that would be a total of 30 questions that we will discuss today. So, let's get started na. By the way, I'm recording the meeting just so if you are confused with something, you can go back to it afterwards. You can watch this meeting afterwards. Okay, so the first type of questions are the logical thinking. So if you have some questions as well, don't hesitate to type it in the chat or tell teacher immediately. So I can explain it to you, ha? Don't get shy. All right. So for number one, we have this one. Okay. So the first one that I will call is Nicolo. Can you read the question?
If yesterday was Wednesday, which day of the week will tomorrow be?
Okay, very good. All right. So if yesterday was Wednesday, which day of the week will tomorrow be? Okay. So,
Yester-
mm-hmm.
Yesterday was Wednesday and today is Thursday. Thursday.
Yeah. So,
And
mm-hmm.
then tomorrow will be Friday.
Yeah, okay. Very good, Nicolo. Thank you so much. Yesterday, so as Nicolo said, yesterday is Wednesday. So today is probably a day after Wednesday. And that would be Thursday. So the question is asking us, which day of the week will tomorrow be? So tomorrow is just a day after today, right? So, tomorrow is gonna be Friday. So, the answer to this question is Friday. All right. What about if I change the question to this one? Which day of the week will the day after tomorrow be? What do you think would be the answer?
Saturday.
Saturday. Very good. So, if tomorrow is Friday, then day after tomorrow is gonna be Saturday. So, that's just like that. Okay, is this clear? Kind of easy, right? All right. Let's go to number 2. For number 2, I want Alexander Cole Ang to read this one.
According to the pattern shown below, what is the number in the blank?
Okay, what are the numbers written? So, you have 1, 8, 3, 6, 5, 4, and you have a blank here. So, if you have these types of question, step 1 is always recognize what is the pattern. So, what is the pattern in this one? Do you know, Audrey, Jane, Dizon?
1, 3, 5, 7. So the answer is 7.
Yeah. So, very good, Audrey. You can see this one are all, what do you call these types of numbers? Odd or even?
Odd numbers.
Yeah, odd numbers. So, it's skipping one number, right? Every other number is an odd. So, the next odd after 5 would just be 7. What do you think the next number after 7 would be?
2.
2. So, why is that? It's because you can see
It's
here.
because 8 and then 6, 4. After 7 is 2 because 4 you minus 2, it's 2.
Yeah, so you can see here, this one is decreasing or increasing? Decreasing by 2. And they are,
Increasing by 2.
yeah, and they are all even numbers. So the next even number decreasing from 4 would be just 2. But the question is the blank, so the answer here is gonna be just 7. Okay. So this is also kind of easy, no? All right, no questions for this?
So,
No? Okay. Who do I call? Princess Jeff. Can you read the question?
Eric is 9 years old. His father is 25 years older than him. How old is his father?
Okay, very good, Princess. Thank you so much. So Eric is 9 years old. Let's write that. Eric is 9. His father is 25 years older than him. So father is just equal to 9 plus or minus? Plus, because older. So 9 plus 25, therefore
34.
34. Very good. So the answer here is just 34. Did you get this correctly? Okay. All right. How about if the question is like this? Okay. How about if the question is like this? 2 years ago, Eric is 6 years old. His father is 18 years older than him. How old is father now? So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to solve that one, and I want you to answer through the chat box so I can check.
Thanks.
Okay, so please solve that one and then type your answers in so I can check who got it correctly. So I'll give you 2 minutes. That would be up until 9:10.
26.
Okay, type in. Type it in. So I can see Mikael's answer and also Audrey. Okay, so let's read together. 2 years ago, Eric is 6 years old. So the first question is, how old is Eric now? Eric now is just 6 plus or minus 2? Plus
Plus.
2. Yeah, because 6 is 2 years ago. So 2 years from then, it will be plus 2. So that's just 8. Now, the next sentence would be, father is 18 years older than him.
18.
Yeah, father now is just 18 plus 8 because of Eric's age now, and that would just be 26. So very good for all the ones that got correct answer. So you need to be careful by reading the question. 2 years ago, Eric is 6 years old. But the question is, how old is father now? Not 2 years ago. That's why it's 26. Okay. Let's go to number 4. Who do I call? Timothy James. Can you read this one?
According to the pattern shown below, what is the number in the blank?
Okay. So we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and then blank. So the very first step again, if you see like this, if the question is like this one, step 1 is always
13.
yeah. Okay. Let's see. What is the pattern? Ganyan. That's the first question that you will ask yourself. Okay. So, we can also do pattern recognition by... Yeah, we can also do pattern recognition by just looking at the differences. So, 1 and 1, the difference is 0. And then, 1 and 2, the difference is 1. 2 and 3, the difference is 1. 3 and 5, the difference is 2. And 5 and 8, the difference of 3. So what does this tell us? What can we see? So you have 2 ones here, right? So it's the same number. So what does that tell us? First, if you add
That's
0 and
biggest.
1.
Bingung-bingung nggak ya?
Yep, wait.
Yes.
Okay, can we mute our microphones? Thank you. All right. So if we add 0 and 1, that would just be equal to 1, right? So this. And then if we add 1 and 1, that would be equal to 2. So the next difference is just the sum of the two difference before it. So for example, 3 is a sum of 2 and 1. So the question now is, what will be the difference between 8 and blank? That is just gonna be 3 plus 2. and it is equal to 5. Now you add 5 from 8 to get the next number. And that would just be 13. All right. So that is the answer, 13. So after 13, what would be the next number? So example, there is an...
21.
Okay, so let's find out as well. Again, the pattern here is that we just add the last two differences. So here, we just add 3 and 5. And the next difference would be 8. And we add that to the number. So 13 plus 8 is just 21. Okay. All right. Number 5. Miguel Angelo. Can you read this?
According to the pattern shown below, how many are there in the fifth group?
Okay. So Miguel Angelo, what is the pattern here? This is also pattern recognition. What pattern can we see?
So there's one circle with a plus on it in group 1, but the pattern it is a diamond.
Yeah, it's a diamond, right? So you see, if you connect them all, it's just gonna be a diamond. So probably in the fifth group, it will still be a diamond like this one. So we just need to count how many symbols are there or how many grids could be there.
The
So
answer is 8.
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very good. Thank you so much. So the answer here is gonna be just 8. All right. That's just easy. I think logical thinking is just easy if you know how to identify patterns. All right. For this one, Felix Ethan, can you read this?
According to the pattern shown below, what is the number in the box?
Okay, very good, Felix. What's the pattern here, Alexa? What's the pattern here, Alexa Abarca? Can we see a pattern?
10.
Okay, let's see. So, what pattern I can see here is on the sides. Did you notice on the sides? It's all increasing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same with here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the center, the center numbers are just the sum of the two numbers above it. So for example, this one,
14.
2 plus 2 is 4. And then this one, 3 plus 4 is 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. And then 4 plus 7 is 11. So therefore, this one is just gonna be 7 plus 7. And that would just be equal to 14. So if you have a number here at the bottom, it would probably look like 16 and then 6 on the outwards number and then 25 and then 25 again, and you see the pattern. So this is a very good also pattern recognition. Okay, so that's the end of our logical thinking. We only have 6 questions per category. The next category is arithmetic. So what is arithmetic? It's about basic math operations. So we have here addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And this is where also PEMDAS needs to be applied. So what is PEMDAS? Before we go to the questions, we need to know what is PEMDAS. So P here means parenthesis. Means exponents. M means multiplication. D means division. A is addition. And S is subtraction. So the rule is, if you see all of this in one equation, arithmetic equation, you do first the parenthesis. So this is number 1. And then afterwards, you do first the exponents. And then if you see multiplication and division, you do which one is first, from left to right. So if you see division first and then multiplication, you do it from left to right, so division. But if you see multiplication first and then division, again, do it from left to right. Left to right. And then the last one would be addition and subtraction. Just like the multiplication and division, you do whichever comes first from left to right. So you need to apply PEMDAS in every math operations, regardless if it is arithmetic or number theory. As long as there are multiple operations, PEMDAS is always applicable. Okay, so again, parenthesis, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Okay, so if that is clear, we need to go to the number 1. All right, who have I not called yet? Arabella Daniel.
24.
Can you read this one? Arabella Daniel. Oops.
Find the value of 2 plus 8 plus 3 plus 7 plus 4.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so what do we do here? We just pair up the numbers. So just pair them up. This one, 2 plus 8 is how much? It's gonna
10.
be 10.
10.
And then 3 plus 7 is 10. And then 4 as well. You copy down the 4. So don't forget to copy the operations. They are all addition.
Easy.
So it's just gonna be 24. Easy, no? As long as you know how to do addition.
Yes.
But by the way, arithmetic is easy, but you need to be careful. Because usually that's where my students commit mistakes. Because they think it's easy, they can just do it carelessly. So you need to be careful as well. Okay, Queen Elizabeth. Can you read this one?
Find the value of 17 plus 9 minus 7. 15.
Okay. So again, PEMDAS. You have here plus and minus. So which one do you do first? You do it from left to right. So since from left to right, addition is the first operation that we encounter, we just do 17 plus 9, 26 minus
You bilog.
7. So that's just 19. All right. I'm gonna give you something harder just so we can emphasize the PEMDAS. How about if we have this one? Okay. Can you solve for this one? And then type in your answers from below, from the chat box. All right, what's our rule again? No annotating on the slides. All right, so let's solve this. PEMDAS. PEMDAS. So you always put this on the back of your mind. So P is parenthesis. You see, we have parentheses here. The parentheses are the two like this that groups a number together. So of course, we do that one first. So 4 minus 3 would just be 1. And then we copy everything. 17 plus 9 minus 1 plus 2. And then we have addition and subtraction, right? So let's do it from left to right. So 17 plus 9 is just gonna be 26. Minus 1, that's just gonna be 25. And then plus 2. Of course, you don't forget this one we haven't done yet. You put it here plus 2 and that would just be equal to 27. So again, PEMDAS first. But in this number, the answer is 19, ha? This is just an example. So you always tell yourself PEMDAS, PEMDAS, PEMDAS. That's the ultimate math rule. Okay, let's go to number 9. Okay, Fayola, can you read this one? Where's Fayola?
Hey!
Okay, read it, please. Okay, teacher will read it na lang. If B is a Okay, if B is a one-digit number, what is the value of B if the equation below is correct? So that is just B plus 5 is equals to 13. So it just means what is the number that should replace B to give 13? That when you add 5 has a sum of 13. So how do we do this? We just do 13 minus 5, which is equal to 8. Okay. So that's clear. Number 9. Number 10. Number 10. Find the value of 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay. So, that would just be 4 plus 4. Again, we pair up the numbers. 10 plus 2. And then 4 plus 4 is just gonna be 8 plus 2. That's just gonna be 10. So, very good. Now, let's go to 11. Who have I not called yet? Okay, Alexander. Can you tell me this one? Viola, please stop annotating on the slides. Thank you. Okay, Alexander. Can you read this one? Okay, this is the second warning already.
Find the value of 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1.
Okay, very good. So again, let's just pair up the numbers, all right? 1 plus 3, 4. 1 plus 3 is 4 again. And then, we have the last three numbers. Let's just team them up together or group them up. This would be 5. So this is easier to add now. 4 plus 4 is 8. And then 8 plus 5 is gonna be 13. So the answer here is 13. Just easy. It's all just addition. But you need to do it carefully. Okay. Find the value of 7 plus 14 minus 7. So what's the answer here? All right.
13.
Okay. So plus and minus, which one do we do first? Of course, we do from left to right because
14.
there are no other operations. So 7 plus 14 is 21 minus 7. That's just gonna be equal to 14. Very good. Okay. So this is the last question for our arithmetic. How did you find arithmetic? Just easy, right? Okay. We're now on the third category, the number theory. And then we're just gonna take a break at number 15 for 10 minutes after 15, and then that's where we'll continue 16 so that we can have our snacks. Okay, number theory. Kael, can you read this? I haven't called you pala.
Me, miss.
Yes, Kael Emmanuel.
Here's the lines with plus and minus to make the equation without correct.
Okay, thank you.
Otherwise, it was in minus. Otherwise, it was in minus made up for and below correct. Plus, minus, plus.
Okay, so let's see which one is correct. Very good, Kael and Kael Emmanuel. All right, so what's our technique here? So usually we do trial and error, right? We just guess which one is plus and minus. But there is actually a technique here. First technique is that you put plus on everything first. Like that. So put plus on everything. Now you need to add. What is the sum if you put plus on everything? So if you put plus on everything, you have 1 plus 2, 3, and then 3 plus 5 is 8. And that means the sum would just be 11, right? So this is the sum if you put plus on everything. Now you're just gonna subtract it to the sum that you are given by the question. So that is 5. So 11 minus 5, how much? It would just be 6. So you just then need to find the number or the half of the number of 6. So half of 6 is 3. And that's where you put the minus sign. So since you have 3 here in the equation, you change this to minus. This one, minus, like that. So that's 1 plus 2 minus 3 plus 5. And if you check that, let's check that if that's equal to 5. So again, let's check if it's that equal to 5. 1 plus 2 is 3. And then minus 3, that's just gonna be 0 plus 5. So it is indeed correct. So that's just the technique there if ever you don't want to guess. Because guessing would take a long time. Okay, how about this one? So that you can 5. Okay. Let's try this one. So you can appreciate the technique the longer the equation gets.
Miss, can I explain, Miss?
Okay, you can explain. But hang on a moment. Let's just wait for your other classmates, okay?
Yeah.
So let's just give it 1 more minute.
Because 4 plus 5 equals 9. And 9 plus 2 equals 12. 12 minus 7 equals 5. Because 5 plus 7 equals 12.
Okay, very good. So
Okay.
very good. Thank you so much. Oops, I delete it. Okay, so very good. Okay, again, the technique would be to draw plus on everything. So plus, 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 plus. So if we do plus, 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 that would just be 19. So we just subtract 19 from the real sum and that would be 14. So half of 14 is how much? Half of 14 is 7. Therefore, the minus is on 7. So that's why the correct answer is just gonna be that one. Plus, plus, minus. Okay, so I hope you remember this technique because even if you're not kindergarten anymore, this will come out up until primary 6. So you can use this technique. It's more useful the longer the equation gets. Okay. Number 14. Oh, the same. Where is, again, Kael Emmanuel? Kael Emmanuel, can you read this?
Here, the lines with plus and minus signs made the equation below correct.
Okay. Ramon Philip Go. What's your answer here?
Minus, minus.
Ramon Philip Glenn Go. What's your answer here?
Minus, minus. Minus, minus.
Oh, I did not hear Ramon yet talk. Oh. Okay, Ramon, can you tell me? Plus or minus? Where's the plus and the minus? Oh, no, I can't hear you. Sige, let's do this together na lang. All right, let's do this together. First, we put plus plus again, right? So 8 plus 4 plus 1 is just equal to 13. So 13 minus 3, you will have 10. Half of 10 is 5. Half of 10 is 5, correct? Now, there is no 5 here in the equation. So we're just gonna find numbers that when you add together are 5. So that's just 4 and 1. And that would be equal to 5. And that's where the minus will be. So 8 minus 4 minus 1. Very good. So that's 8 minus 4 minus 1. So let's do this last and then we'll take a 10-minute break. Miguel Angelo, can you read this?
Tom has 4 candies. Mary has 7 candies. And John has 6 candies. Determine the sum of their candies is odd or even.
Okay. So all we need to do is just add everything. Diba? So 4 plus 7 plus 6. How much is that?
17.
17. Okay. Is 17 odd or even?
Odd.
Odd. Very good. So the answer here is odd. All right. What if the question is like this? Tom has odd number of candies. Mary has even number of candies.
Odd.
Determine the sum
Plus
of the
even.
candies is odd or even.
Odd.
Okay.
Odd.
All right. So let's just add odd plus even. Is that gonna be odd?
Yes.
Okay, so that's gonna be odd. How about if it's even plus even?
Even.
Even. How about if it's gonna be odd plus odd?
I think it's even again.
Yeah, even. So you see, it's only odd when the two numbers are different. Okay. How about if it's like this? Odd plus even plus odd. What do you think is the answer?
Even. Still
Hmm.
thinking.
Do you think?
It's even. Even means 10.
Okay, let's find out. So first, odd plus even.
Plus odd. Even. Even
Yeah.
plus odd plus even. Odd.
Okay, mute the microphones. Odd plus even is odd. So you have odd here. Mute microphones. Odd. And then you have odd plus odd now because you're gonna bring this down. So that's gonna be even. Very good. So what time is it now? Can you look at your time? For me, it's 9:40. So 10 minutes break. When do we go back?
9:50.
Yeah, 9:50. Okay, so you can stretch, eat, go to the comfort room.
John Austin, sekarang kau, John.
Tom has 12 candies. Mary has 7 candies. And John has, I cannot see. And John has 6 candies. Candy determine the sum of their candies is odd or even. Okay, so 17. Odd. 15. Or skibbity dub dub dub. Yes, yes. 6 more minutes. Break time. So, what time we're going? Just kidding. I know the time. Giving. I mean, yeah, right. Yeah, race. Tap, 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 tap. Touch. Trash. Yep, that's higher race. Let's still down. Dapat, dapat, dapat. One plus 11 equals 1. Okay, that's the answer. What's Alexa? Oh my God.
All right. Break is over. Did you have fun in your break?
Yes.
Did you get full?
I didn't eat.
No! Really? Teacher ate. I ate my breakfast because I had early class earlier. So I did not get to have breakfast. Anyway, let's go to number 16. So if we have 30 questions and we're on the 16th number, how many number more do we have to do? Hang on.
14.
Okay, very good. Hang on, please.
Hey.
Can you read this, John Austin?
My name. A duck has 2 legs. How many legs do 4?
4 ducks. Ah, very good. So let's just gonna add. Okay, what's our third rule again? No annotating. All right, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So that's just gonna be 10. Is it 10? No, it's 8. So 8 legs. Okay. All right, I'll give you a harder question.
Sure. Annotated in your skin while you are having.
Okay.
Bebek kakinya berapa?
20.
Okay, let's see. So, a duck has 2 legs, right? Duck has 2. How about a dog? 3? Dog has 4 legs.
Cow.
So now, this is how... Oh, dog pala, cow. This is cow pala. Cow has 4
28.
legs. So, you have 4 ducks. So, that's 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. And then, plus the 5 cows. So, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. So, that's just going to be... This one is 8. And then plus 20. So, it's 28. Very good.
28.
Very good.
28.
Okay, so let's mute our microphones now. Very good for being so participative. All right. Number 17. Nicolo. Please read this, Nicolo.
According to the pattern shown below, what is the number in the space provided?
Okay, so this is pattern recognition again. We have 2, 5, 8, 11. So again, we look at the
40.
difference. Yeah, we look at the difference.
Pattern is plusing
Okay, I have already heard you. Let's just solve it first for those who doesn't know to solve it.
The pattern is adding 3.
Yeah, the pattern is adding 3. Right? So, let's just gonna add 3 here. and that's gonna be 14. Okay. How about if this is the question? What is the 12th number? So still same pattern. What is the 12th number? So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna look at the last number here. So that is 11 and it's the 4th number, right? So between 4th and 12, you would have 8 numbers in
The answer is
between.
42.
Okay, so between 12th and 4th, you would have 8 numbers in between. So you're just gonna add 3 from 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you know multiplication already?
Yes.
So it's just the same as this one, 3 times 8, right? And that would just be equal to 11 plus 24, which is equal to 35. So the 12th number would be 35. That's just how you do it. So this one here is just the same as 3 times 8 because you're adding 3 8 times. Okay. How about this one? According to the pattern shown below, what is the number in the space provided? So again, we look
9.
at the difference. It's 2, but it's decreasing. So minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, and this would be,
The answer is 9.
yeah, that would be 9. Very good. All right. Number 19. So we're on the geometry already. Geometry are about shapes. So we're dealing with shapes here. Sides, edges, vertices, and also angles. Okay, so Miguel Angelo, can you do this one?
How many squares are there in the figure below? It's 5.
Yeah, it's just 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
5.
Easy.
Easy. Okay. How about, oh, that's easy, no? Okay, this one. At least how many cubes is or are there in the figure below?
4.
So,
4.
okay, let's count. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. That's just it. Okay. How about if the question is like this? How many squares is or are there in the figure below if you view it from the bottom?
3.
Okay, so if you view it from the bottom, you can only see like, example, the figure is there. So it's gonna be just like this one. 1, 2, and 3. So it's only 3. And the same when you view it from the right. If you view it from the right, you can only see this one, and this one.
3.
3. But there are 4 cubes. Okay. Number 21. Alexa Abarca.
7.
Alexa Abarca, can you read the question?
Sides are 7. Polygon below. 7.
Okay, how many sides are there in the polygon below? So that one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you have 7 sides, what do you call it?
A heptagon.
A heptagon. Very good.
Heptagon.
All right.
Hexagon.
It's a heptagon. How many interior angles are there in the polygon below? So, what we're gonna do is that we're just gonna count the sides. So, number of sides
6.
is just equal to number of interior angles.
6.
What does interior angle? Yeah, I heard you already. You don't have to say it over again and again. I know you're very intelligent, but there are others that don't know the solution. So if you're correct, that's very good. But you don't have to tell me over and over again. Okay, how many interior angles or are there? Polygon below. So number of sides is equal to number of interior angles. So you just count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this one is a hexagon. Okay, hang on. Okay, let's go here. Can you read this? Arabella Daniel.
Triangle. According to the pattern shown below, what is the figure in the space provided?
Okay, so let's examine what is the pattern first. Again, the question is always what is the pattern? So, where does it keeps on repeating? So you see here, it keeps on repeating over again. And then of course, this is not an exception. So circle, rectangle, and triangle. The answer here is gonna be triangle. Okay, what if the question is this one?
Square.
What?
It is circle, square, triangle.
Oh yes, circle, square, triangle. I'm so sorry. Okay, so what is what if the question is what is the 25th figure? What if that is the question?
Circle, miss.
Okay, let's check. If the question is what is the 25th figure, this is how we're going to do it. So this one, 3 symbols are only keep on repeating, right? So we're just gonna do 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. If you do 3 times 8, that would be 24. So that's the closest to 25. Now you just have one lacking. So if you do 25 minus 24, you will have a difference of 1. So you're just gonna count 1 from the first figure. So 1. It's gonna be circle. And then the 26th figure would be square, and then so on. So that's how you find it out. Okay.
Hey, yo.
Let's go to number 24. How many hexagons or are there? So hexagons are 6-sided polygons, right? So how are we going to find this? So what is the answer here, Princess Jeff? Let's just count. So this one is a hexagon. This one also is a hexagon.
7.
Okay, 3, 4.
7.
Okay, very good.
7.
5, 6, and 7. Very good. All right. That's just easy. We're already on the last part. Huh? Oh, we're already on the last part. Did we skip one number? Oh, we did everything. Okay, we're already on the last part. It says here, who wants to? Oh, I'll call Felix Ethan. Can you read this?
Separate 9 circles into 3 equal groups. How many circles are there in each group?
Okay, how are we going to solve this? Queen Elizabeth, can you tell me?
Multiply.
Multiply?
9 times 3 is equals to 7.
Oh, you know division already?
Oh yes.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
I know how to
Okay.
divide.
So,
Three.
you're just gonna divide it by 3 because it says here it should be equal groups. So, 9 divided by 3 is what?
3.
3. So, it's just gonna be 3. Okay. How about if this one is 32 and this one is gonna be 4.
32 and 8. 8, miss.
Okay. So, that's just gonna be 32 divided by 4, which is equal to 8. Sorry, so I saw something in the window. Okay, so the answer is 8 there. It's 32. Okay, how about this one? I'm just gonna call Nicolo again. Where is Nicolo again?
According to the following numbers, how many even numbers are there?
Okay, how do we solve this? Felix, Ethan. So it says here how many even numbers. So let's just circle the even numbers. Is 22 odd or even?
Even.
Okay, how about 2?
Even.
How about 13?
Odd.
How about 16?
4. Even.
Okay. Are there anything else that is even?
Or even.
30. So that's just 4 even numbers. Oh, sige. What if I ask you a question like this? How many even numbers are there from 1 to 80?
Oh my God. 40.
Ding, 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 ding.
4. 40. 40, miss.
40. Okay. So there are 80 numbers, right? 80 numbers from 1 to 80. And then every other number is an odd and even. So they're alternating. So half of the 80 is even numbers. And that's just 40 is even. And how many is odd? 40 are odd. So 40 are even and 40 are odd numbers. Okay, very good. All right, number 27. According to the following numbers, how many two-digit numbers is or are there? Okay, which ones are two-digit number? First, 95, yes or no?
What?
So two-digit.
Five. Yes.
So yes, 55, yes or no?
Yes. 5 of them. 95, 55,
78?
78, yes. 51 and 25.
Okay. So there are how many?
5. 5.
5. Very good.
5.
Okay. All right. 28. Who wants to read this one? It's already the third and last. Third to the last. Timothy James. I haven't heard you yet. Timothy James. Oh,
What is the smallest three-digit number formed by digits 4, 3, and 9? Each number can only be used once.
okay. So what is it?
39.
So you need 3-digit.
339.
Yeah, since we need the smallest, right?
349.
Okay, teacher heard it. Sige, let's solve together. So we need the smallest, right? If that is the case, then we're gonna put the smallest number on the leftmost number. So the smallest is 3, and then next is 4, and then next is 9. How about if I change this question to largest? What do you think?
943. 943.
943.
943.
943, okay. What if the question is like this? What is the smallest three-digit number formed by 1, 3, 9, 0, and 6? Sige. What if that is the question? So 1, 3, 0, and 6. What do you think is the smallest three-digit number?
103.
103. Okay, how about the largest?
9. 631. 961. 961.
Is it 961 or 963?
963. 963.
Yeah, it's
963.
963.
Roll of 6.
Okay. So, you can also
Yeah.
encounter a question like this. What is the smallest? Oh, if you form two three-digit numbers without repetition from digits 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 0, what is the value of the smallest difference?
What? 103. 103.
So you need to form two three-digit numbers, right? So first, you need to form three-digit numbers. Dalawang three-digit numbers. So you have this. And then you also have another number. You need to find the value of the smallest difference of the number.
Nih, kita susun nih.
How would-
103,478. Nih.
So how would you find that one? So difference is means like subtraction, right? It needs subtraction. So how will you find that one? It's like that. Okay. So you need to find the middle number. So here, the middle numbers, not including 0, I think is 3 and 4. Right? So you put 4 here, bigger, because you need a bigger number when you're subtracting. And then 3. Now the largest number,
8.
yeah, the largest number goes here, largest. And then next largest, smaller, and then the smallest. So if you're gonna draw a line there, it's gonna look like this one. So you'll get the smallest difference. Okay, so how would that look like? The largest number would be 8. And then,
357.
yeah. And then, here is the smallest. So 0 and 1. And what is the difference of that? What is the difference? What is the difference? Yeah, it's just gonna be 14. All right, very good. Okay, let's go to number 29. What is the largest one-digit number?
9.
That's just easy, right?
Yeah.
That's so easy. It's 9. Because next of 9 is already a two-digit number. Correct? All right. All righty. Okay. Let's do number 30. Okay, can you read this, Alexander Cole?
Arrange the following numbers in ascending order from the smallest to the largest. Find the value of smallest number.
So smallest to largest. So which one is the smallest? You compare. Which ones are the smallest? 51, right?
51.
Yeah, very good. 51. How about the largest?
98.
How much?
98.
98. The second largest?
65.
Yeah, 65. Very good.
65.
Okay, very good. So is everything clear here? Is it clear? Everything? No questions na?
Yes.
Oh, how did you find it? Is it easy?
Yes.
Yeah, I hope you do well on your exam then, no? So that would be the last question for today. And then I hope you enjoy your Saturday. All right, can we take a picture first?
Yes po.
Okay, let's take a picture first. Hang
Opo.
on. Wow. Opo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. All right. I hope you had fun today. Thank you so being participative. Thank you. Good luck on your exams. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Miss. Bye, Miss.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Miss. Bye-bye.